Alrighty, fellas, welcome back to Week 17 of the NFL season. By the time you guys are watching this, some of the Saturday games might have winded down. You could be watching this Sunday morning. Saturday games are in the books, but we still have a Sunday slate for you today. I have 5 picks you're not going to want to miss, so let's hop straight into it. Starting on Pickett, as always, make sure if you're not on Pickett, you use code BDGE when you get on Pickett to get the screen on your desktop like I do now. You do have to get the premium. I think it is $20 a month, so make sure you use code BDGE to get a discount when you sign up. But it is an absolutely free app to use, and you can track all your picks. You can track my picks. You can see my picks. You see how I'm doing on the month, all on the app. And, of course, we're going to be on Underdog Fantasy, so make sure you use code BDG when you sign up on Underdog, because when you deposit up to $1,000, you're going to be matched up to $1,000, so make sure you take advantage. You also get a free square of Jaden Daniels to go over just half a passing yard. But we do have to start with the Dallas-Philly game. Saquon Barkley, everybody's going to be betting him, and I'm one of them. 113.5 rushing yards. I got him at 109.5 rushing yards. You can get it at minus 122 on FanDuel. But again, he is 268 rushing yards away from passing Eric Dickerson in the single-season NFL record. So that's kind of nuts. And he's hit over this 134 mark that he's needed multiple times this season. 6 times he's had over 134 rushing yards in a game. I think he could easily do it here again today. Now, I get it is Kenny Pickett. I get all of the narratives. I get this could be a blowout. I understand. I get the last time they played Dallas, they didn't do well. But Dallas is without a lot of players. They've had a lot of guys go down. They're allowing the 10th most rushing yards per game, the 10th most rushing attempts per game. Saquon has crushed this in multiple games this season, as you can just see on the graph, and you can see here. Hit this in 7 of 15 games so far. But in wins, which I think they're going to win, he's hit 50%. Okay, well, now we start to ramp up things. But also, when he's seen 23 rush attempts, his line is set at 22.5, which is why I'm just saying 23. He's hit this in 4 of 6 games, averaging 154.3 rushing yards per game. So if he hits over on his rush attempt line, which I think he will, he's favored to by quite a margin. Here's 21.5. He is favored to go over 22.5 as well on DraftKings and everywhere else. But yeah, this also feels like a good line if you want to take his rushing attempts. I also like that as well. But yeah, he seems to be favored. I think he's going to break off a few big runs, so I like his longest rush as well. I think he's just going to have a massive day. I think they're going to get him to break this record. I think if it takes 30 attempts, they're going to do it, and he's going to keep crushing that mark. So we're going to take Saquon Barkley there. That is the only. I'm going to fly through these plays, by the way, because I'm running way late, just so you know. So if you have any questions, it will be all in the Discord as well as on Twitter, so make sure you look at those. But then we're going to go to Jersey as the Jets take on Buffalo. It's actually at Buffalo, so excuse me for saying that. I have Aaron Rodgers to throw for 1.5 passing touchdowns. Not Underdog Fantasy right now, but it will be by the time you're watching this. Aaron Rodgers, 1.5 passing touchdowns. It is plus 160, so you get some really good value there. He's 1 passing touchdown away from hitting the 500 mark. Which makes him the 5th quarterback ever to do it, so I think he's easily going to throw that. I think he's going to add another one on top of it, though. He's hit this line in 3 of the last 5 games this season, having 9 touchdowns in the 5 games. Not only that, but he's hit this in 9 of 15 games this season, hitting at 60% rate. So, again, he's hit it at a very high clip, and the Bills are the 15th most passing touchdowns per game. 1.33 per game on average. And 8 of the last 10 quarterbacks have thrown 2+ against the Bills. They are 10-point dogs going into this, so I expect them to be down for most of this game. Rodgers also attempts the 4th most passes in the red zone so far this season, so I expect him to continue to pass the ball in the red zone. I think Garrett Wilson gets more involved in this game as well, as he's been bitching a lot, so I think he can get it done as well. Josh Allen's another one where I like his anytime touchdown score, minus 115. I got that. And the reason I like that is he's hit this in 4 of the last 5 games this season, and he's been crushing this mark. He's averaging 2.5 rushing attempts in the red zone per game over the last 5 games, which I don't expect to stop here versus a Jets defense that allows the most rushing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks this season, as you can see at the top of your screen. The most rushing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks, and the 9th most rushing attempts to opposing quarterbacks. So I think, again, Josh Allen gets able to scoot here. I think he has to use his legs a little bit, and he easily goes into the end zone on an anytime touchdown at minus 115 odds. Not only that, but Josh Allen needs 2 or more offensive touchdowns to hit the 40 mark in the season for the 5th time in his career. So I think he does that as well. So I think he easily soars into the end zone. I really like that spot for Josh Allen. Heading on to our next game, we do have Carolina and Tampa Bay. I'm running it back. I don't care what you fuckers think. I don't care what you guys are saying to me. I don't care about the noise. I'm taking Jalen Cooker over 38.5 receiving yards. We can take it at 39.5 here. but I have him over 38.5 on the books, and I really like this line a lot. Tampa Bay allows the 6th most receiving yards to opposing wide receivers this season, as well as the 2nd most receptions and the 3rd most targets. Not only that, but there is no Chuba in this game, which does matter because the passing volume is going to be way higher. Bryce's passing line is set at 224.5, and if you know anything about Bryce Young, he's not hit this line damn near all year. He's hit it 3 total times this season. So again, that is a really high line. Now, again, he's going against Tampa, but it's still definitely elevated because there's no Chuba, so they expect more passing volume. Also, Jalen Cooker has run the most routes on this Panthers team in his last 2 full healthy games, 91% of routes and 93% of routes. Now XL's coming back, and in the one game where he played with XL and Adam Thielen, he had 110 receiving yards, and he had 6 targets in that game. Not only that, but when he plays with XL, he's hit this line in 4 of the 5 games. He's also recorded an 18-plus yard catch in 4 of his last 5 games. With XL, his last 3 games were 78 yards, 36 yards, 41 yards, and 110 yards. That's the last 4 games, but still, he's been absolutely crushing this mark. He's seen 5+ targets in each of his last 4 healthy games. So you'll love to see that. I expect him to continue this, and I think he's going to easily smash over this mark. Again, they give up a ton of receptions, a ton of yak. Jalen Cooker's turned into one of Bryce's favorite targets. He's going to see the volume, even with XL, and I think XL helps him to take away some of that outside work where Jalen Cooker can kind of be a little more all over the place, which is good for him, and be able to use some motion to get him open. So, yeah, I like Jalen Cooker again. I'm running it back 10 out of 10 times. I'm going to keep doing it. Whether you guys hate it or not, it's going to happen. Also, I don't mind the Mike Evans play. I know everybody and their fucking mom is going to take Mike Evans, so you can tail someone like that, but it's not a bad play if you want to take Mike Evans. We do like this Green Bay-Minnesota game. Should be an electric game, 1-point spread. And we're going to be taking Josh Jacobs to go over 71.5 rushing yards. You can take him at 69.5 on books. We're going to take him at 71.5 here. Minnesota has been a fraudulent defense. I've been saying this all year. When they play good running backs, they fucking stink. Bijan, 92 rushing yards. James Conner, 68 rushing yards. Kyron Williams, 97 rushing yards. Jahmyr Gibbs, 116 rushing yards. Jordan Mason, 100 rushing yards. Now he goes to face Josh Jacobs, where last time he had 51 rushing yards. Yeah, in a game where it was a 30-point game at halftime. So obviously he only saw about 9 carries. That's not going to happen this time. He's favored to go over 19.5 rushing attempts in this game. So again, he should see around 20 carries, and he's averaging 81.4 yards per carry in his past 10 games this season. And he's hit over this mark in 9 of 15 games in general, which is 60% of his games. So again, he should easily see this. I expect the Packers to win this game. Therefore, I definitely think they're going to run the ball with Josh Jacobs. I think they're going to have a hard time stopping him as he's been one of the most efficient backs in all of the NFL. He had 69 rushing yards last week on 40% of snaps. So, again, I think he's one of the best backs in all of the NFL right now. I think he's going to continue to be one of the best backs and absolutely smash over this mark. Those are the 5 picks I have for today. I want to make sure I didn't miss any. I have Josh Jacobs over 69.5. I have Saquon Barkley over 109.5. I have Aaron Rodgers over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Josh Allen anytime touchdown, and Jalen Cooker to score a touchdown. It is all on Pickett. So make sure if you're not on Pickett, you get on Pickett and we lock in. You get on Pickett and we lock in some Pickett plays. Again, Josh Jacobs, you see where I got it at. Aaron Rodgers, see where I got it at. Josh Allen, you see where I got it at, et cetera, et cetera. You can get these lines at these odds on Pickett. Just tail me there. Code BDGE when you sign up. Make sure you lock in. Make sure you guys enjoy your Sunday as well. We're getting towards playoff time, which is the most exciting time in the NFL. I'm super hyped for it. I'm excited to see how these seeds pan out. I'm recording this right now as the Bengals are starting to play. So, go Bengals, go Joe Burrow, go Jamar Chase. And I'm excited to see how that game turns out. But I'll catch you guys next time. Make sure to like, subscribe, out to the fun shit down below. Peace.